So, what's the new thing to do when you're in Vegas? Go to a Keith Lee certified spot, of course. I went to this spot called Buldogis where they had the egg drop breakfast sandwich that he just raved about. And when I tell you that thing was good, that thing was good. If you notice, you got the sausage, egg, cheese, sauce, but it's stuffed into this bread where the slices at the bottom actually they aren't separated. You can see that it's like slit, but not enough for everything to just fall out of there, which was genius. That thing was amazing. Only thing missing was that my hubs can try. So I was like, what are these ingredients? So I can figure out how to make this without coming back to Vegas and just make it at home. Okay, so one thing about me is that if a recipe calls for certain things and I got something adjacent to it, we'll work with that. So, as you saw, their recipe had sriracha mayo. I don't have sriracha, but I got hot sauce. And I got ChatGPT to help me figure out something close enough to give me what I'm looking for. I did have to buy some sausage because we didn't have that, but we already had bread, eggs, and we'll talk about the other ingredients. Okay, so this is pretty much our starting lineup for this sandwich. We got our eggs, our cheese, we got our sausage, we got the honey, the mayo, and the hot sauce to make the quote unquote sriracha mayo, and then this bread. This bread is going to be the MVP, you guys. If you had not tried this bread, go get this bread. It's this thing here just, oh, so good. It's just gonna be the all-star. I just know it. Starting with about 2 tablespoons of mayo, I then add about a fourth of a teaspoon of hot sauce, and then I add just a sprinkle or so of garlic powder. And then from there, I went on to add some honey, also about a fourth of a teaspoon, and then some lemon just to give it some tang. That was probably about a fourth of juice as well. Then I got to mixing. Then from there, grab your sausages. I grabbed 2 of them, put it on medium heat, and let them cook maybe about 5 minutes or so. But of course, you want them brown. I like mine with a little extra crisp, so I put that on there as well and let it cook on the other side for about another 5 minutes. While those were cooking, I grabbed the eggs and I started working on those. Some pepper, salt, and a little bit of garlic powder there as well, and mixed them together. By that time, the sausages were starting to be done, so I took them out and put them on a plate, put them to the side because I'm going to use the skillet now for the eggs. And the leftover fat from the sausage will just add some nice flavor to the eggs. So when you do your eggs, you want to drop the temp back down to, not back down, but drop it down to like low, medium, low. Because when you do eggs like these, the soft eggs, you can't have them on high heat. You need to do them a nice, slow, not too much mixing around, just enough to push it around to the side as you see I'm doing. And that's how you get nice, soft, fluffy eggs, not those that you can tell have been cooked too fast or a little hard. That's how you get your nice, soft eggs, by doing it in this way. All right, once the eggs are done, move them to the side. And let's start on our bread. So you want to get some butter and move it around in your pan. And then you're going to take that brioche bread that I talked about earlier, put it in your pan and let it get a nice color to it, a nice golden brown like so. That will help it taste really nicely. So you want to make sure both sides get that nice buttery brown, golden brown on it. And then put the other piece of bread in and do the same. And I think this was it. It's like a minute or two. And that was back on medium heat. So I put some of the meal that I mixed on one piece of bread. And then I started adding the other ingredients on top of that one. So there are the eggs that we made. There's the sausage. And then I'm drizzling some more of the mayo on there. Then I add my piece of cheese. Yum, yum. And then I go to add the other layer of bread. And there's our sandwich. Now we want some of that cheese to melt down over the egg. So I'm just going to give it a little time to heat and stick together. I actually decided to turn it on the other side since the cheese is closer to that piece of bread. Look how thick that is. Look how thick and lovely. It looks great. Minus that burnt piece, whatever that is. Alright, so mind you, I didn't have a box, and what did I say before? If I can improvise or do something adjacent, I'm gonna do that. So we had foil. So I was like, well, forget the box. Let's do foil. Not necessarily as aesthetically pleasing, but we get the point of having some structure so it can sit up like that, right? And voila, people. Now, as you saw in the sandwich out of Vegas, they did have some powdered sugar. So I'm gonna go and grab some of that and just do a little tapping. And that's how you get that nice dusting on the sandwich. Okay, so this was indeed a labor of love, but that's the point, right? So I am very excited about it. I think it looks good for, my little home edition. Didn't have a box. Got some foil though, trying to be creative to give it some structure. Look at that powdered sugar and the sauce and the sausage, cheese. Come on now. Give me my props, y'all. Come on. You need a napkin. Mm-mm. No, you don't need no napkin. It sounds good. It sounds crunchy. Mm-hmm.
That ain't one right there. So yeah, the eggs and the sausage obviously taste good, but whatever this sauce is that you got on here, yeah, that's nice.
That's homemade.
The toast is good. That sprinkle of powdered sugar, like that was the initial that sweetness, but that savory from the eggs and the sausage that things binds it together. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Had to do this in a while.
Yay! Okay, I got a chance to try the sandwich myself, and it was definitely great. Only thing that I would add is some more cheese. I only used that one slice of cheese, but I think having it on the other side would just giving it that extra ooey gooey richness. But overall, very good sandwich. If you enjoyed this, I do have another video that I think you should check out where I tried a 1-pan egg sandwich, and you can see what hubby rated that one. Thank you all for watching.